Alright, guys, so I gotta talk about this. Something I've spoken about before on my other YouTube channel, which we still can't upload videos because I said something about fucking blow vid, and, they took away my ability to upload videos for a week or whatever. I'm like, well, fuck you, I don't care. I'm not gonna stop saying it like it is, man, no matter what, the politically correct lot or these fucking idiots, liberals, want me to say. One of them being my ex, who thankfully disappeared yesterday, and she's probably not gonna be back until another day or so. Whatever. She's got my little girl cornered, man. I mean, I pity these little girls and boys that grow up in a Nazi feminist household. I did, and for a long, long, long part of my life, I was pretty fucked up. Anyway, this isn't about that. Take a look at this. Take a gander at this shit. Now, this thing is something that has been sitting here forever and ever. It's one of these fancy machines my mom likes to use, or so she says, and she did use. Then take a look at this stupid shit. This U-Squeeze foot massager, or whatever, a leg, foot, calf, which I've used it once just to see what it was like, and it was fucking abnormal and terrible. I remember back when that famous case that I had with my ex, which wasn't our fault. The cops in India screwed us, and I didn't know any better at the time. When we finally fought it in court, then the court dispatched some other cops to our house, or they didn't really, they just showed up anyway to bullshit. And they took one look at this piece of shit, and there was something else there too, where I lived back then. My mom had put it. I don't know what they call it, the chest press, that machine where you sit on your fanny and this way. It's the stupidest thing that I've seen after the lat pull-down machine, which is by far the most useless machine in the gym. If you even go to a fucking gym, I never have. Unless it's old school, different. With lots of thick handles, pull-up bars, farmer's walks, that kind of thing. Lots of stretching, splits. So this stupid thing, I guess they call it the Stairmaster is actually a sort of, it's not a bad piece of equipment. It actually does do a pretty good job. But but again, it doesn't replace actually climbing hills all day long in the heat. It doesn't, climbing actual stairs. It don't replace that. Sprints, it don't replace it. Anyway, I remember the one cop taking a look, and he's like, "Oh, you've got a gym set up here." And I didn't tell him I never use this shit. My mom and dad sit on it to use it. Now, I just did a video on a dead hang, right? I've been doing so many of them on my other channel. I figured I'd do one here. And predictably, it's too simple, it's too easy, all sort of bullshit. I got that comment about the splits. I've always been very upfront about simple works the fucking best. My results prove it, life-wise, fitness-wise, financially. Leave me aside. The bottom line here is, can you... people that complain it's too boring, like people that say high repetition squats are too boring, are usually the ones that can't fucking do them. If they do them, they're doing them improperly, not in proper form. Same thing with people that complain that, they're big but not fat. No, you're fat. If you can't do pull-ups, then you're fucking fat. And you're probably weak too, and if you're not fat and you can't do pull-ups properly, slow and steady, and no, unless you get your chin above the bar, this way, pronated, not this way. This is not how many times do you actually go out there and lift stuff like this? No, you grab like this. How many wrestlers, or do you arm wrestle like this? Or do you wrestle like this? Stupid the things people come up with to, make things easier and make excuses. But Oh, by the way, that shit back there, it ain't mine. The ex has put it, but she's got this belief that hanging all these numbers, hanging all these, and that's great, belief. But it never makes anything happen for her because she's the sort that one influencer tells her to do this, she does it. The other tells her to do this, she does it. And mentally, she's all fucked up and she has no place to go. So she takes refuge in all this other beads, chains, amulets, bullshit that I wrote about on the site. But so she never gets any real results. But the other day, I noticed her on this. And it's funny, always on the phone on this, and she probably watched it in some YouTube video. And what do they even call this shit? The cross country something, right? Because you go like this, like this. It's very stupid and it's very easy. Just like, I guess if you're a grandma who's like 90 years old, maybe it's some use. But the funny part is, people have all this shit in the gym that they pay billions of, not billions, but a lot of money for, and those gym memberships lay unused. When they go there, they have this sort of shit where they put their coffee there and they're watching TV in front of them. Here's the television, which my fucking ex, again, and my mom, yeah, nightmares, both of them. How the fuck are you gonna get fit with all this complicated, fancy shit? Take a look around you, man. I did this video on my YouTube channel, the other one, it's still out there. People have no pride in their bodies. It's pretty fucking pathetic. And, looking for all sorts of ways. The more information people have these days out there, and I provide plenty through my books, and the lazier people are getting. They expect everything fucking free. And they're not going to do what really works. Then they bitch about, oh, his stuff is too simple, it's too easy. Well, if it's too easy, can he do a dead hang for like a couple of minutes? Really gripping hard on teeth grips? Can he even do it for 10 seconds without, Hell, my dad, I still remember one day he grabbed like that and he fell down, Can he do it? I mean, people that say 150 squats every day is too easy. Well, can you crank that number out daily? No, you can't. People that say it's just pull-ups. Pull-ups aren't necessary. Bullshit. They're one of the most necessary fucking exercises out there, man. Look at the Marines. Look at the fucking Army. Look at the Navy SEALs. And anybody with people actually doing something, pull-ups. If you're a real man, you should be able to do pull-ups properly. If you're not doing pull-ups properly, then you're simply not a real man. Or if you can't do them, or actually, if you make excuses to avoid doing them, is what I should really say. Too simple. Oh, I gotta lift these heavy weights. I mean, all throughout history, man, it's people have lifted heavy weights, yeah, but it's not the sit on your ass and do dumbbell curls. I've not done a single dumbbell curl in my fucking life since my dad handed me a pair of fucking 5 kilo, which is about 10-pound dumbbells at the age of 16. Oh, do this for 15 minutes a day, he'd tell me. You'll get big muscles. That's how these guys have their six-packs. I'm like, even at that age, and I knew nothing at all about fitness, even at that age, I knew that was a bunch of bullshit. And I still have better musculature than 99% of people out there. How many of you say it's too simple? Can you do a handstand? Hell, can you even do one? Can you do a handstand shrug? Can you do a handstand push-up? All these things you say are too simple. And then people are like, oh, it looks cool, I don't want to pay. But I don't want to pay money for it. I just want to learn it on YouTube for free. All right, let's even assume that you can do that for free, because you've got a lot of idiots. Everything has to be free, and people have to whine about, how things are so expensive. I block people like that. I got customers, even good customers, that have started to whine about it, and they'll never fucking, get back to emails and stuff. I simply delete them, fucking block them, because these guys still find ways to fund their Netflix. They find ways to fucking satisfy their Nazi feminist wives. Now, that's great if that's how you choose to live, but if you're not investing in products that bring you results, then you're a fucking idiot, man. And you're gonna complain about how life is so tough, how things aren't so expensive. First of all, it's only as expensive as you make it. I mean, look at the price of groceries or whatever. Yeah, it's all going up, but you're still eating the same damn things, aren't you? I mean, people are gonna hate me for saying it, but people always find a way to spend money on what they truly want or truly need, truly want, if that need is a want, like this bullshit. Now, this has been lying around for years, but my ex keeps complaining about no money, this, that, yet she finds the money to buy this bullshit. And this shit, believe it or not, costs in her currency, which she spends in rupees or whatever, because she's, India based completely. I'm just here temporarily. She finds a way to fucking, spend that money and justify it. This is coming from a woman who constantly complains me, whatever she calls me now. She's been calling me all these names for years. Never gives her any money and whatnot. And yet, she's got this money to sit around in five-star luxury hotels. Now, what she does is she takes a percentage of her income, and every few months she'll spend like a day at a luxury hotel. The next day she'll come back, which to me is stupid. If she's got that money, why doesn't she just maybe stay at a lower priced hotel and then just spend 3 days, relax. That's what I've always done on vacation, holiday. But no, she's got to show off to her Instagram buddies. She's got to tell her daughter that, hey, this is what a vacation should be like, 5-star, nothing else. Man, I love my daughter, and when real life hits her, for me, real life has been hitting me in the can ever since I was a young kid. For a lot of us growing up, most of us, we didn't have it easy. We didn't have fucking all this mollycoddling going on, and it was the exact fucking opposite. And at some point, that reality is gonna hit my daughter too. It has to. It does. It always does. And at that point, Anyway, so back to it's too simple. Can you actually fucking do it, man? Can you fall into the splits? It's too simple. Can you fucking even, for a lot of people, touch your toes without bending your knees? And can you hold that position for like a couple of minutes without moving, without bending your knees? Too simple. Can you do 100 push-up workout every day without fail, right breathing, Too simple. Yet how many people can fucking do it? Look, the human mind looks for every fucking reason. The simplest things work the best. And that's just a fact, man. The human mind will look for every fucking reason to find the one, if there's 100 reasons, then it'll find 99 reasons why something won't work, and not the one reason it will. Okay, marketing, keep it simple, real simple. If you look at someone like a Trump, if you look at someone like anybody you consider a real marketer, I've been called one hell of a marketer, a marketing guru. I actually sell books and stuff on that. My marketing isn't nothing fancy, man. It's honest, it's simple, it's brutal, and it just fucking works, And my lengthy sales pages, people are like, oh, it's so long, yet they convert. Because those people that are truly interested in buying, they read it. Anyway, simple. Look at my results. Look at the results of people I've coached, that I continue to coach. The bottom line is this, man. If you're one of these people that keeps wanking on about it's too simple, it's too boring, then you're the sort that for me goes straight on block. I want nothing to do with you. And you're an idiot, a complete fucking idiot, Uh, Not only that, you're probably a complete loser, And let me just end this off by saying simple works the best, And I've been writing about this in my books, Life Coming Full Circle and all that. And in one of my most popular books on the other sides, and it is life wise, every wise, People are internally starting to get sick of all this bullshit. You look at the movies, you look at how things are changing back to how they were very slowly but surely in the good old days. And there's still a very sizable majority that's fighting that. They want politically correct bullshit. They want the liberal, LGBTQ. It's fine if you're LGBTQ, but please don't push it down everyone's throats. That's all I'm asking. And you know, they want gay pride. They want people. They want men that identify as another gender, which is fine again. But you can't be competing against women in sports. That's not fair. The other way around too. Women, if you're identifying as men, then you bitch about not being able to win in men's sports. Well, then you're a fucking idiot. Simple. Uh, Keep it simple, man. Another exercise is the farmer's walk. I keep advocating it to people. I don't do it myself these days because I don't have those. I prefer to do it with like kettlebells, really thick-handled ones. Uh, Pick up a fucking bucket of water and walk for like 5 minutes. Can you fucking even? Most people couldn't even pick up that bucket of water and hold it like this, without putting it down, And that's really in China, in Zero Excuses Fitness, Fast and Furious Fitness, I wrote about how these Chinese ladies, they would take these 20-liter bottles of water, the ones with the spout that you overturn onto the water dispenser. They'd just fucking walk up the stairs carrying one in each hand. At the time, I used to be like, man, I can barely even fucking lift that. Then I started lifting it. I got better. Brooks Cubic once wrote back, fill it with sand. He was right. And those guys, man, you should look at their forearms. I mean, yeah, my forearms are ripped and all that, and my forearms are vascular as hell. And part of the reason is not just low fat content, it's because I trained that way. Fingertip push ups. Oh, too simple. Well, can you do it? Those guys, you should look at their fucking forearms, ripped and fucking, muscles all over. And kind of like, the they have the same sort of vasculature. And the last thing I want to say, a lot of people, they'll say, oh, he's genetically gifted. Well, I'm genetically not gifted. I never had a strong grip. I was never good at push-ups. I couldn't do a single pull-up. I used to be fat for most of my life, obese actually. I've still got weak hamstrings. I have this issue with my lower abs that, I've had IBS and constipation for so long, not now, but for majority of my life, that certain exercises would just be difficult for me. I didn't know my body internally from an ass from a hole in the ground, Genetically, I mean, a lot of these people, like someone like a David Goggins, someone like, or anyone you consider, maybe Vince Gironda or anyone that you consider, these Doug Hepburn back in the day, Canadian strongman, these guys were not only not genetically not gifted, they were genetically very fucking disadvantaged, and they had no choice but like Napoleon Hill wrote about in Think and Grow Rich, to fucking get past that disability, no matter what. You win or you perish. They won. It was hellacious. They did what they had to do. They went through a bunch of shit, bunch of hell. Fitness-wise, life-wise, if you really want to be a true achiever, a winner, you got to go through that too. Nobody wants to go through 4 hours of hill climbs every day. Nobody wants to fucking lift heavy couches for a living. Nobody. I mean, I'm not saying you have to do that, but nobody wants to fucking do, the fat boys, pull-ups all day long. Yet these are the things that are simple and build toughness mentally and physically. Okay? And that's really the entire import of this video. Genetically, and then there are people that say, oh, he's written the Simple and Effective Diet. He's got another pre-order on his website for the other books and, on fasting and stuff. And that his diet must be super strong. My diet has always been shit. I don't advocate a shit diet. No, it'll catch up to you. It did to me, but I've always drank beer, which is supposed to be the worst thing for you. Um, these days, I enjoy a smoke when I want it. I don't advocate that because most people will get addicted. They're not going to be able to quit. But for me, no, it doesn't wake up in the morning. I need a smoke. I smoked yesterday at 10 p.m. at night, a cigarette after dinner, and after eating a bunch of egg and egg curry and flatbread and or no, yesterday was actually a vegetarian mixture, no eggs, but it was still pretty good. And just sitting in my room and smoking. I smoked one. Most people won't be able to limit themselves. They'll fucking smoke a pack after that, then they'll whine about being addicted when you tell them. I quit smoking cold turkey from 2 packs a day in one day, and I did it in a fucking environment where people were blowing smoke in my face. No fucking counseling, no fucking. I've never been a believer in that. Keep it simple. Fucking control your mind. Most people can't do that. Addictions can only control you if you let them control you. All right. This video is getting to be way the fuck too long, man. But it all ties into keep it simple. The KISS philosophy, keep it simple, short, and sweet, or whatever. But that's so back to diet. I should diet. I'm not advocating that. Yesterday I had a bunch of sweets, dry cereal, which for some reason I wanted to eat, so I fucking ate it. Another thing my ex keeps complaining about, a lot of this processed stuff like biscuits, sugar and cream biscuits, the yummy stuff my daughter loves. She won't let her eat them because of a stupid expiry date. Now, I'm not saying she's completely wrong. Some of that shit, is unhealthy no matter whether it's expired or not. And my mom stores shit for ages. Uh, But it's stupid. An expiry date isn't going to make it any less healthy or unhealthy. Sometimes I'll even fucking eat that because it's biscuits don't really expire. They're unhealthy shit anyway. Same thing for fucking tea bags. This tea you see me drinking is loose leaf tea. I don't have tea bags, but if I have to, I don't fucking check the expiry date because it's all shit anyway. My point isn't to eat shit or have a shit diet. My point just is my own diet isn't the. You have to move your body, man. You look at our ancestors, or you fucking even look at people pre 1960. They smoked like fucking chimneys. A lot of them didn't even do like physical push-ups, pull-ups, whatever all the time, but they did a lot of physical activity. They grew up playing in the woods. Their rates of lung cancer, their rates of injuries, way the fuck lower than this modern era where we have all this information about, how cigarettes are harmful for you, how you shouldn't be smoking, how you shouldn't be drinking more. These guys drank like fucking chimneys, a lot of smoke like chimneys, drank like, I'm not saying all of them survived and had long lives, but a lot of them did, man. And physical activity and simple physical activity is really the number one key to a long and healthy life. And all my books promote that concept, right from Fast and Furious Fitness to, the latest book I have, which Squat 101. And we've got some compilations and stuff I did after that. So I want to end this one off saying, next time you hear someone saying it's too simple, just mentally think he's a fucking idiot. And someone says it's too boring, they probably can't do it. Someone says, oh, just body weight exercise, well, they're an idiot. And that's that, man. That really is that. And while our website is down, contact me personally, Twitter, Instagram, rmukherjee@gmail.com. It's not so much that our website is down. I was moving servers, and the hosting company I was with decided to play smart. Now, I don't put up with that bullshit, and I just told them, you want to play smart, take it down, take it fucking down. That's fine. I'll promote it, It's funny, I actually sent my landlady's son a message about it this morning. Fast and Furious Fitness. Old school friends and stuff. I've been sending it to them. I've still got those paperbacks sitting around, so I don't really care. And it's a nice change from having to update the blog every day, the email list, and I'm not saying that I shouldn't be doing that. I should be, but next week or so we'll be back up online. All the businesses, and plus the imports and exports business is still online. That's on a different server, and Rolls Royce Publications is still up, and I make the majority of sales from my side, but for me, it's never been. I can take a week's less worth of sales. I don't care. Uh, and so, keep it simple. Our sites will be back up soon, and contact me if you're interested. All right, and everything in this video, pay very close attention to what I'm saying, and then research me, compare my results to the average fat ass bozo who does nothing but whine, piss, moan, constantly injured, has never has any fucking money, usually living on relatives or family, constantly whining about price and this bullshit about how, oh my god, I can't afford groceries and this. But if you can't fucking afford it, then you fucking dig ditches or do what you have to, or you're just eating way the fuck too much, Uh, yeah, keep it simple, man. Take care.